This is a live look at the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Florida Gators. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down the sideline. Holly?
Guys, Florida has been through the gauntlet with coaches lately, trying to find some stability. They have a new opportunity here with a young up-and-coming coach in John Summerall. He has been a proven winner at all of the stops. Now he has an opportunity to turn the Gators around and bring them back to relevance in the SEC. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Gators kicker headed to the football. The crowd eager, and off we go. The start of a new season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Florida Atlantic's offense comes onto the field first today. And there he is, this senior wide receiver. And you get the idea that he'll be keeping an eye on the kind of day his counterpart is having for their offense. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The run inside. It's Bernard. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. The Owls want to move quickly.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Touchdown, Florida! Took it all the way back to the house.
That is not the start this offense wanted. You're trying to come out, you're trying to create some momentum and get a rhythm and consistency, but you throw the pick six early and put yourself in a hole. Not good.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Running inside. It's Bernard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Setting up the screen. Got room at the 35. He'll work and weave his way all the way up to the 45 before going out of bounds. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Looking for room, it's Bernard. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. They'll try to run for it. Maybe some room here. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. He's up to 47 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. The throw to the outside is complete, and he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Fights off a defender. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly. they'll try to pick it up on the ground. And it looks as if Florida Atlantic will have enough for the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the red zone, looking for a space. Rushes on him. Headed to the end zone. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
Touchdown, Owls! Fitted in the window for the score.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Florida's offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's fourth down. The Gators line up to punt it away. He's got it. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So here comes the Florida Atlantic offense ready to go to work. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. He has 60 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. Keep it on the ground. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a first down. I'd say
There he goes. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. Florida Atlantic races to the line. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. And that will fall incomplete, and we have played one. Boy, they tried to end the first quarter on a high note to no avail. Second quarter's coming. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. On the move, he fires. He's open on the right. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Zings it complete to the right. Headed to the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Lining up to add another. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They took it 71 yards down the field, and they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. That's caught. It's Brown. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about Florida. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it.
All out of space. The 20. Into the house. Touchdown, Florida. The extra point here would tie the game. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. As productive as these two offenses have been early, you really can't afford an empty possession here. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. The run inside. It's Farrell. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. First down for this offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for room. It's Farrell. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Owls are moving quickly down the field. The inside handoff. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Now he's looking to throw it. He's going to take off. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offense is being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. Good, solid tackle.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
Looking to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Third and short in college football today, you see so than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And now they take the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And a special teams miscue as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Handoff for Ball. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Gators will punt it away on fourth down. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy.
They get it up, rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Oh, he makes the catch. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. The Owls want to pick up the tempo. Off play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Looking to get it in. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
Smashes it between the uprights. And the field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime.
Give the defense a ton of credit in this sudden change situation. Their offense just coughed it up. And this defense comes out, they go 3 and out, force a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking for a gap. It's Farrell. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that full Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with the Texas State Bobcats, taking on the number 7 team, the Texas Longhorns.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And the defense did a good job stringing that play along, and you could tell he didn't make a decision quickly and kept going towards the sideline and pushing towards his right. And then the defense caught up, played great D, and got him on the ground.
Hard-hitting tackle. Play is stopped as they check on an injured Gator. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and short, the power run here. There's a crease. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Took a shot as he threw.
Well, that's not necessarily a throw that's going to show up on the stat sheet, but I love the decision. We're in the second half. We've got a tie game. You cannot turn the football over. And if nothing's open downfield, just do the smart thing and throw the ball away. I love that decision by the QB.
They'll run out of the gun with Jaden Ball. And he's knocked down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's Jaden one more time. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets. There. And with that, they've taken the lead. The Gators will kick it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. And after that last field goal, they start this third quarter, find themselves playing from behind. With the catch, it's Johnson. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Running inside. It's Farrell. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. He's got it. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the third down. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Gives it on the option. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Brings a return out across the 25, gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
That's caught. It's Jackson. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Here's a give the ball. Inside the 45. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a first down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Caught in the backfield, it's Singleton. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Splits the uprights. Good. And they go back on top.
How about it? 50 plus, no problem. Big leg, pace, accuracy, that's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Owls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor. Both are trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this deep. Rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Like, they understand it's 3rd down. They understand the situation. They drop back.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Trying to do it on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Owls will hustle to the line.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just
finding some room. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And when your offensive line can plow home.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Looking for space. It's Farrell. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the QB looked like he knew where he wanted to go with that football, but give the defense credit. They were able to swat that one away.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Farrell. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Big moment here for the defense. Can you come up with one more stop? You've got the lead. It's 4th and short. You're kind of in no man's land, so you're expecting them to go for it. If you can get off the field right here, you can win this game.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
Well, if you were wondering whether or not this coaching staff believes in their offensive line, you now have your answer, because that's now the 2nd time on the drive. They went for it on 4th down and then got it by handing it off.
They're going to ride this running back. Might have a chance. Brought down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup, and this offense is threatening. And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
We reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Wants to fire on second down. Quickly complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Owls, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. In the red area, it's Farrell. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it. That's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Tight game like this one late, and those types of mistakes can just crush you. Let's see what they've got on third and long. Find some fresh air. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on fourth down?
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now, so take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try.
Wow, and with that field goal with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So All this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. The run inside. It's ball. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
Here comes 1st and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. Wants to throw it again. They go to the wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to... And that ball's free behind the line. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
After that incompletion, because you're down in the red zone setting up 4th and long, you'd imagine they would jog the field goal unit out here, but we've seen offenses stay aggressive. If they believe in their playmakers and they want to score touchdowns, you might see this offense go for it.
Needed to stay alive, and it's good. They take the lead in the first possession of overtime, and now the defense will have to stand tall. Down by a field goal and a touchdown will win it. Let's see what they've got on 1st down. Quick handoff. Powers through the defender. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10.
That's just a really nice job by the running back making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on that play.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
To the air on 2nd down. Wide out trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
Get a pebble with that football across the plane and the game's over. Tries to get it himself. He got it in! A walk-off touchdown in overtime!
Game on the line. They've got to be the more physical side. Great job getting blocks up front. He was able to skirt his way into the end zone, David, to win this game.
Man, that's why I want the ball 2nd in OT. I know exactly what I need to go get it done. They take it down the field, run in the end zone, and end the football game.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent, Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.